I played this list. It's a scintillating legions list, believe it or not, into a guy today who was playing Death Guard, and woo, did that not go very well. He was pretty spicy and upset by a few things. Um, First of all, the changeling here. Well, let's just look at the list. Belcor, 18-inch can't shoot me bubble. Bloodthirster doesn't go with this list very well, but also I can rapid ingress and do Bloodthirster things, which is d6 plus 2 damage in melee, so I brought him. Put him in reserves. He never even got to come on the board before the guy conceded, even though he quote unquote was going to win anyway. But my army was so annoying that he didn't even want to play anymore. The Demon Prince with wings with the Neverblade, he also never got onto the board. Kairos, give me some extra CP and Vect Bubble. 2 Lord of Change, 1 Infernal Puppeteer so he can shoot through other guys. Changeling is the guy that annoyed him so badly that he quit. And then 3 units of Flamers. So it was my turn 2. I went first, and this was the first thing that got under his skin. He told me all about his Terminators and how they could deep strike 6 inches away from me and how he was going to come in and kill him. Which I don't really know why he told me all that, because that is not stuff that you really have to tell your opponent. Like, you don't have to tell him your strategy, right? And I told him all my stratagems in the beginning of the game, just like I always do. So he knew at least some idea of what my army could do. And I always make a big deal of Pyrogenesis because it is plus 3 strength and plus 1 AP. And I use it every round. I literally told him that that was the one I used the most. If he wasn't listening, that's not my fault. Anyway, he deep strikes rapid ingresses 6 inches away from my Changeling. I decide that, well, I'm going to use Pyrogenesis and shoot that unit. It made me wound on 3s, and I rolled max shots, and I killed 2 Terminator models and left 1 on 1 wound. So I hit him really hard for a 3. It was a 3-man unit with a leader. So he had the leader and the guy left, and he's like, "You didn't tell me you could do that." I'm like, "Yes, I did at the beginning of the game." And he's like, "How am I supposed to remember?" I'm like, "I don't know, man, but I told you all my stratagems. If you weren't listening, that's not really my fault." And he's like, "Okay, well, I told you like 8 times things I could do," and he got super upset. Anyway, and then he said that he was going to play with gotchas for the rest of the game. And I said, "Okay, no problem." So we continued the game. I destroyed a few of his units. He moved up, shot at one of my Lord of Change, the one without the Infernal Puppeteer. Almost killed him, but didn't. And my 4-up invulns and my rerolls for my saves from my Flux tokens saved him, essentially. And he was shocked that I could use more than 1 for some reason, as if other armies don't have rerolls of multiple dice. Anyway, then he tried to use a stratagem twice in a single phase, and I told him he can't do that. He can't use the same stratagem twice in a single phase, and he kind of threw a tantrum about that too. Tried to find the rule, found out he couldn't do it, and said he had an enhancement that would let him do it, but he forgot to bring it. Well, also not my fault nor my problem. Then we moved on to his turn 2. He tried to shoot my Changeling. Well, you have to take a battle shock test to shoot a Changeling. He failed the battle shock test, and before he failed it, I used the Shadow of Chaos Eclipse stratagem. So he took 3 mortal wounds, and then he was mad that he couldn't attack my Changeling. And at that point, he said that my army is too annoying, and he was going to win anyway and didn't want to chase me all over the board for hours. So that's how that game went. I will not be playing him again.